right, thank you so much one more time for a brand new episode of Refugees and Immigrants in a New World, which is, as I said before, we are discussing things of culture change of immigrants in America. And today we are so excited to get to our first episode ever that talks about lack of respect. And here I'm not alone, as I promised you. I have Mr. Kambale just right here on my left, in whom we're gonna discuss this issue together. Kambale's been in America for the last 10 years, right? Almost 10 years, and I feel like he's the right person to help us bring this topic together, understanding the culture, but also we were born in Africa, right?
Yes.
Where exactly? In the Congo, so he knows what we're talking about. And today we're talking about this lack of respect for others. As we all know, growing up in Africa, in African culture, I don't think wherever you are, there is always respect between young and adults. No matter where you are, it's a mass respect. But over the time, when we've been seeing immigrants and refugees coming to America mostly, and other different places like Canada and Australia, they're kind of losing that respect toward adults and even their parents, which is even shocking. But the question is, why do you think this behavior is growing and is happening into this new generation?
Thank you, Sedrick, for the opportunity. But the problem is not as you think, because sometimes, if you can think about it in Africa, it is about the educations that are in the house, at home, and then go to school. Because in school, basically, they teach you respect and also fear.
Yeah.
Those two, they go together.
Yeah.
So you're able to fear everybody who is older than you. You give them respect and you fear them, such that you can't even call their names.
Like fear in a positive way, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, in the positive way.
Yeah.
But when we come here, so much we change.
Okay.
A lot change because we come in a new society. We don't know how we have to discipline our kids. Everything discipline. We think it's discipline. They call it abuse.
Child abuse.
Right. And we don't even know what they're talking about.
Yeah.
So we are lost somewhere in there. They don't tell us how we are supposed to discipline, because we have to.
Just great. So what do you think about this notion of 911 when it comes to education system? Because one of the things that I've learned from my experience is that many youth have taken advantage of 911 and policing into their education and respect of parents and stuff like that.
Too much of everything is not good.
Okay.
Even food. That's not good.
Too much fufu.
Yeah, too much fufu is not good.
Yeah.
The 911 system is a good thing, but we abuse it.
Okay.
That's why we are supposed to call the right name abuse. Because even something I as a parent I can handle, but my kids, maybe from school, from the neighborhood, they think maybe it is the job of the police to discipline them. It is not.
Yeah.
The police are just there to handle a big case.
Yeah.
If you become a criminal, you are becoming dangerous to yourself and to others, then the police. But if it's something like, hey, you know what? Your room is a mess. You have to do it right now. But sometimes
I'll tell you as a kid, it's none of your business.
It's my room. This is my area. This is my space. That's how they say. This is my space.
And don't tell me what to do, right? And if you're trying to go far, they call police.
They call the police.
So you feel like you're overpowered. You know, the police, the system have powered, and parents have lacked their power toward their kid in order to better educate, and the respect becomes very different, right?
That's true.
That's crazy, because these things of I understand that the policing is really playing a big role, and parents are kind of like overpowered and really don't know what to do because the police is there, and you feel like police should leave the education to the parents, not them interfering. But remember, these are the kids that call police.
Yes, and that's why I said sometimes when a call comes in, even if it's a friendly call, they have to send a police. Remember, even if you dial by mistake, somebody will show up. Okay. They should understand also. We expect too much from the police. First of all, as a grown-ups or all the people where we come from, police is not our friend. Remember, the police. The idea of the police is not as it is the first thing you call the police at the last option.
That's the last option.
Yeah, you're like, man, this boy is becoming a danger. You know, a danger to the society, to the family, to everybody. Now,
but here, for even small things, you call police. So, what do you also take on to respect to others? Remember, our education back home is all based on you know, even though you it's not your brother or your sister, you can still educate that person. So, but here, you know, kids are like, who are you to tell me what to do? What do you feel about it? Are we losing that community respect type, which is not only your parents or your brothers can tell you something or trying to contribute to your education or behavior, or just the system that makes it to be more close?
I think the last hope we have is family. Because the society, the schools, everywhere, our neighborhood, we are not going to get that. Remember that what we got when we grew up.
Yeah.
Even the neighbor can discipline you on behalf of your dad.
But here it doesn't happen anymore.
That's what I'm talking about.
You know, there's a fear. I don't want to talk to him or her. It's not my child, you know.
The neighbor, you watch over your neighbor's kids. We live in a community setup. Here it's just you and you. Yeah. If I see your kids misbehaving, I'm not, hey, those are not my kids. Even if I know they're doing something stupid or wrong. Everybody older than you, if somebody is same age, around the age of your dad, remember, that's your dad.
Yeah.
If somebody is the age of your grandpa, that's your grandpa. You see, so
but it doesn't happen like that.
You see, that's why we respect senior citizens, but where we respect them. So it's me and you, try to focus on the kids, tell them that, you know what, these are the things that even if we're in the new country or new community or new society, they are things we are not supposed to lose. They will help us.
Great, that's really great, and I guess that's really one of the things that we should all be learning. And it's really crazy and funny because we've seen even scenarios or situations whereby, you know, a kid can even call a police on something different. I remember this family that I'm not gonna give a name, but I know in your community, in your state, in your city, there are been a lot of these examples. At night, this girl is coming home around 11, 12. She's just like 16 years old. And the parents and sitting in a living room watching a movie, and suddenly, you know, the girl just shows up and opened the door. The parent thought she was sleeping, yet she's not coming in. She's only 15, coming late night. And the parent trying to ask, where are you coming from? The answer is none of your business. What? Whose child can respond like that to his parent? You know what I mean? Whose child can do that? And then when it's the parents, you know, African parents, we are known by really strong education. And that guy was like, okay, you can't respond to me like that. I'm your dad. You can't do this and that. And then the child started jubilating, and suddenly she felt sad. She started crying and called police. And that guy was dead. Why? Because it was used like child abuse. So those are some of the situations we are facing in our community, and I think that should stop. Now, Mr. Kambale, now that we have, you know, described and showing all these issues that has been happening in the community, and when it comes to lack of respect to the parent because of a lot of things that you've shown and we've talked about. What do you think can be a solution? What do you think can be a way forward on how can we, you know, what can be done?
First of all, there is still hope. There's still hope because we have to appreciate the fact that we are so lucky that in any given society, when they give you a chance to start all over, that's us. Yeah. We are living in Africa, and then we come here. We come here. That means you have a chance to start all over. That means because you have to check.
And don't forget, for the number of, let's say, refugees, only 1% get a chance to be resettled.
Yes.
So most of immigrants and refugees mostly must be lucky to be in a great country like this one.
So that, my point is, because back at home, even if sometimes we think, you know what, we have great discipline or parenting system that was a little bit different and worked, remember we still had wrong stuff that kids were able to do wrong stuff.
Yeah. So, even back home.
Yes.
So that means we cannot only accuse that, you know, this is happening in America.
Yes.
Even as some stuff happening back home.
Saying that, meaning that we are the lucky ones who at least we can start all over.
Yeah.
And then choose to leave the bad stuff that we learn in Africa, and then choose only the good stuff from America, because we still have good stuff in America. We still have parents, because if you sit down with all the people here in America, they'll tell you that, you know what, when we grew up, it was not like this.
And a normal family, family always have a great basic education, and normal children always have respect to their parents and adults no matter what. So I mean, our kids choose the worst or what?
No, it is not they choose the worst. It's sometimes it starts at home.
Okay.
Sometimes if you reach a point whereby the police have to help you raise your own kids, in one way or another, as a parent, take the blame. First of all, take it from there, because you lost it somewhere. You see, you lost it somewhere. And the other thing is, parents should be able to have their own cultural orientation.
So you mean there must be like a orientation to different stakeholders, such as police understanding the culture, agencies or organizations that help first refugees when they come here, or immigrants.
Yeah, because these kids are just lost.
Yeah.
They are lost, completely lost. They need a very different approach from the police.
Yeah.
Because they are trying to, they're trying to copy everything. They think it's okay, it's good. Yeah. They don't know that's wrong.
That's wrong. Yeah.
With especially the millennials. They come up with the social media. They think everything is okay.
Yeah.
And the school doesn't help.
Yeah, that's really great, because in this very episode we're gonna have really to tackle a lot of those issues, and it's really great that today from our own guests, it shows you how much proper cultural orientation are supposed to be put in place for different cultures to understand each other when it comes to school, police, correctional officers in different levels, and even agencies that work to support first-hand refugees when they come here. But also he also pointed that we need to keep the community support, which is like we don't need to feel like we are individualistic community as it is here. Understand that's better for America, right? But we also have like our community support, which is we can still help each other, family to families and community to communities, and then we can build a better society. So guys, thank you so much one more time for tuning in. I know this might not be the enough information for you, and that's why we need your input in it. Just check up and make your comment there. Let us know if you have some more stories of these things. Let us know, give us a comment, suggestions, and we will be so happy. Yeah, that being said, Mr. Kambale, thank you so much for your time. Thank you so much for being here in the studio. But again, I want to give another big shout out to Mota Production for allowing us to be in his studio and make this episode happening. So thank you so much, and I hope to keep in touch.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it. And don't forget, this is www.sautivoice.com. For more info, we'll see you next week. Bye.